下讲完，想办法早点出去帮 SNG 领那个包包哦。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Peter Forum, the Asia Pacific Security Dialogue. We're about to start in a couple minutes, so please kindly find your assigned seat. If you do not have an assigned seat, please find any empty seat without a placard as a free sitting, so please take upon your seat. There's a few housekeeping rules that I would like to share with you. We are going to have greetings by Her Excellency President himself, so please kindly turn your mobile phone to silent mode. If not, please turn it off. If you need to rush to the restroom and answer the call of Mother Nature, I suggest you to do so right now so that you are able to come back before we officially started, as we will not be allowing people to come in and out freely once the President has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start our conference. So please kindly take your seat. If you do not have an assigned seat, please take upon hand all the empty seat that is available. If you need to answer the call of Mother Nature, I suggest you to do so now, as we will not be allowing people coming in and out freely once Her Excellency President Tsai has arrived. Thank you. Please take upon any empty seat that is not occupied at this moment. So if there's not a flat cloth, please just take it. There's no assigned seat other those than some of them are occupied with flat cloths.
拍手。到了没？于好，到了没？
以为是
啊，
瞬间移动哦，坐车总要有个时间吧？还是用那个小叮当那个时空门？3分钟啊，3分钟。
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the 2019 Forum Dialogue hosted by the Prospect Foundation. It is a true delight that we gather here today and talk about an important issues that regarding the security of this very important and sometimes very challenging region to maintain peace and stability. There's a few housekeeping rules before we officially kick off today's program. First is that please kindly turn your cell phone off or turn it to a silent mode so we do not interrupt any speeches. Also that please refrain from moving up front to take pictures. You are more than welcome to take pictures on your seat. Please do not move front. 这里要提醒我们的媒体朋友们，就是我们在活动进行当中，请不要趋前照相，我们可以待在我们的原地照相是没有问题的。Also, in addition, if you have any problems or that you have any concerns that you need to raise a flag to the organizers, please look for staff members that is wearing a tag with a yellow badge, so you'll be able to identify them. And once again, we welcome you here, and we're just waiting for someone very important to grease this very important event, so please kindly be patient and wait for me, and please be kindly supporting me when I ask you to stand up and raise and clap. But I'm sure you know the notes. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in welcoming Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen, President of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the 2019 Philadelphia Forum, the Asia-Pacific Security Dialogue. As we officially kick off today's program, it is an honor to have the host of the chairman of the Prospect Foundation, Dr. Chairman Chen Tongsen, to give us an opening remark to kick off today's event. Dr. Chen, the floor is all yours.
Honorable Mr. Pyne, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2019 Category Forum, Asia Pacific Security Dialogue. On behalf of the Prospect Foundation, I would like to thank you all for joining us today for this timely and meaningful event. I would also like to express our appreciation to Mr. Wu and colleagues from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and together with my Prospect Foundation's colleagues for their own contributions to the forum is an annual event which the Prospect Foundation. The focus this year is about European security, covering the Taiwan Strait, the South China Sea, the Western Pacific, and the Indian Ocean. The common feature connecting these diverse waters is the activity that raise the great anxiety of countries in both areas, such as Chinese fighter jets recklessly crossing the midline of the Taiwan Strait, the intrusion of Korea-Japan airspace by a joint military exercise in which China also actively participated, the economic threat against Taiwan's diplomatic allies in the South Pacific in order to dissuade them from continuing engagement with Taiwan. So the psychological coercion and the information warfare waged against democracies in Taiwan, Australia, and New Zealand, and numerous others to be counted. Although peace and prosperity based on the rule-based international order are the common interest for all countries in Asia Pacific, these activities above suggested that the foundation for maintaining peace and prosperity is eroding. It is also a known fact that the PRC is the major offenders for these actions. PRC has been pressing Taiwan and challenging the status quo of Taiwan Strait militarily, economically, and diplomatically for a long time. But until recently, we started to see piles of evidences. The PRC also applies similar tactics to other countries. What China did today to Taiwan yesterday, becomes Chinese actions on other countries today. So since 2013, PRC has been busy transforming rocks into military fort items in the South China Sea. It is not only inconsistent with the declaration of the conduct in the South China Sea, which China has signed in 2002. It is also contradictory to Xi Jinping's personal pledge in 2015. In addition to the military installations PRC made there in the last 5 years, Beijing government also conducts confrontational actions in the same area towards the military and civilian vessels of the United States, Vietnam, Philippines, and other countries as well. So according to the analysis from the Lowy Institute, the Chinese investment in the Pacific accounts over 1.7 million US dollars, and many of it goes to the transportation sector. The investment on surface might provide the opportunity to boost the economy of the recipient state, but it also carries with it the deep concern for the debt trap, which could prevent the same state a sustained and progressive future. So what is happening in the Hambantota port of Sri Lanka actually is a case in point. So keeping the region free and open should be the common understanding for all Indo-Pacific countries. The above-mentioned activities strongly suggested that some countries, including China, seem not to share this kind of vision. There are countries pushing for a regional vision, which is different from being free and open. It was argued that free and open as value only suits for the West. The Asians are valuing stability and order built around certain central power. Some even want to return to a 14th century central tribunal system of the East Asian, in which there is only one country stands tall, with the rest of the other countries simply being the obedient objects. So in this vision, one country's dream for renaissance would become nightmare for other countries. So we resolutely rejected this kind of outdated vision. For we believe the value of freedom and openness can nurture the true appreciation of equality for all countries in the region. No matter how big or small, how strong or weak they are, we also firmly believe that the differences be it between Asian and the West, or between states in the Indo-Pacific region, can be genuinely respected if this region is free and open and underpinned by the rules-based liberal order. Only then and then the differences can be preserved and become the strength for development. So, ladies and gentlemen, the liberal international order that has benefited this region for so long now is severely challenged, I believe, particularly by certain revisionist states. Some thesis explained this kind of phenomenon as a result of shifting power balance due to the rise and the decline of certain states, indicating that this is basically the reflection of geopolitical rivalry. But I do not subscribe to this kind of theory. What we are witnessing today is actually the clash of different visions for the globe. On one hand, China wants to bring back its empire and the Sino-centric regional order dated back to the 14th century. On the other hand, we have the existing liberal international order upheld by the United States and its democratic allies, of course, including Taiwan. The confrontation between these two visions is a true nature of the competition of the day, I believe. I believe if our fellow democracies can unite once again, we can rise to the challenge, and freedom will always be prevailing. So this revelation will shed us a new light for the understanding of the current cross-Taiwan Strait relations. Taiwan has been under Chinese military threat. Its international isolation campaign to erase our international identity and its influence operation aiming to subvert our democracy. Despite taking all the punches by Beijing over the years, Taiwan continues to fight on nonetheless. Our existence and our insistence for democracy is also the living disproof of Beijing's phony assertion that democracy is not for Asian and that the Beijing model is a better governance system. So I believe supporting Taiwan now is tantamount to defending democracy and preventing the expansion of the digital authoritarian system of Chinese character. So against all the odds, here we are gathering here today to discuss the issues of the day, to address the present challenges and try to find the solutions for Taiwan Strait as well as for the wider Indo-Pacific. So I'm looking forward to your wisdom and input in today's discussion. Through your participation, I'm quite confident that the 2019 Katagoram Forum will be a big success. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, Chairman Chen. I think with Chairman Chen's remarks, it has reminded us and hinted us that we will have a difficult task for the rest of the day as our panelists and our audience trying to navigate through this very challenging regional security environment. And this is why it is an honor and our privilege to have Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen to greet this event in person. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming President Tsai Ing-wen, the Republic of China, Taiwan.
Dr. Mark Chang, Chairman of the Prospect Foundation, the Honorable Christopher Pyne, former Australian Minister for Defence, and Foreign Minister Joseph Wu, distinguished guests, friends, and colleagues. Good morning. I want to first welcome our guests from around the world. I know many of you traveled quite a long way to be here. In particular, I want to welcome former Australian Minister for Defence, Mr. Christopher Pyne. I am delighted to have you with us. I understand this is your first visit to Taiwan, and I hope this will be the first of many to come. All of you here know that political, military, and economic conditions in our region can change in the blink of an eye. At last year's opening ceremony, we talked about the progress being made towards the nuclearization of the north of the Korean Peninsula. Yet today, those negotiations remain unsettled. Meanwhile, the U.S.-China trade dispute continues to disrupt global supply chains even a year later. And this rivalry between the world's two largest economies shows no signs of abating. The conflict has shaken the global economy and forced countries to rethink their trade and economic strategy. Yet, despite the impacts, Taiwan's economy continues to thrive, showing steady growth once again this year. Through our new southbound policy, we are diversifying our economy, developing stronger trade relationships, and helping maintain regional stability. This policy has facilitated substantial trade growth over the past 3 years, and more importantly, that growth has been sustainable. Last year, trade with New Southbound countries totaled $117 billion, a nearly 6% year-on-year increase. Taiwan's sustainable cooperation model emphasizes mutual development, benefiting the region as a whole. Outside the economic sphere, maritime military expansion also threatens stability in the Indo-Pacific. Many countries have expressed concerns over China's action in the South China Sea. Indeed, China has taken an increasingly assertive stand in these contested waters. They have laid claims to disputed reefs and built artificial islands as basis for military installations. Other than traditional military threats, attempts have been made by authoritarian regimes to take advantage of freedom, diversity, and openness democracies enjoy. The intention is to meddle in domestic politics, hoping to influence foreign policy decisions. In light of these serious challenges to global freedom, Taiwan's geostrategic importance as a bastion of democracy in the region is now more important than ever. Yet, China refuses to renounce the use of force against Taiwan and continues to seek to impose its one country, two system model on us. But I want to be very clear. Hong Kong's example has proven once and for all that democracy and authoritarianism cannot coexist. Taiwan stands strong against coercion. We continue to advocate the values of freedom, democracy, and human rights throughout the Indo-Pacific. In 2018, we established the Ocean Affairs Council to promote international cooperation and the sustainable development of marine resources. Earlier this year, we signed a number of Coast Guard agreements with Pacific allies that will promote further collaboration in law enforcement, marine research, and humanitarian aid. The Taiwan-U.S. Global Cooperation and Training Framework is also providing opportunities for countries throughout the region to build networks and jointly address a wide range of issues, including disinformation, women's empowerment, and public health. Going forward, we hope to see even more regional partners join us to share their experiences and explore solutions. Maritime issues in our region are constantly evolving, but as a responsible regional stakeholder, our message remains consistent. That is, Taiwan has always advocated solving disputes, promoting joint development, and resolving conflicts by peaceful means through multilateral negotiations. Here in Taiwan, we are fully aware that our own security is crucial to regional and global security, and we are determined to defend ourselves against all threats, both traditional and non-traditional. To ensure that Taiwan continues to do its part, we are strengthening our defense and multi-layered deterrence capabilities. We have already begun to build our own aircraft and submarines. In fact, our first self-manufactured advanced training aircraft will be completed in late September this year. We also appreciate the 4 rounds of arms sales already announced by President Trump's administration. These packages reaffirm the United States' long-standing commitment to helping maintain peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait. Our commitment to security is also about defending the shared values that we have underpinned the rules-based international order and led to sustainable prosperity for all. It is undeniable that democracies around the world are being tested like never before. As we face the challenges that lay ahead, we must come together, just as we have today, to create a better future for generations to come. In closing, I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Chang and everyone who made today's forum possible. I hope today's discussion will break new grounds for us as we work towards a freer, more open Indo-Pacific. Thank you.
Thank you, Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen. I think President Tsai has given us a direct directions as asking us to break through walls and restrictions, and it is our honor to have Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen to greet this event in spite of her very busy schedule as we try to navigate through the challenges that Taiwan is facing as well as the whole region is facing. And I will kindly ask all our participants to remain seated as President Tsai Ing-wen will not be joining us for the rest of the conference because of her busy schedule. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen for joining us in the expectations for the rest of the day, however most of you. And we will make a moment of the Shaohu's chapter.
1、2、3、1、2、3、1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4、5、6、7。1、2、3、4
4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 1 2 3。不用，我们讲，我们用线吗？
声音吗？现在麦克风超多。
麦克风放前面，上面位置。
可以先帮我们试音吗？
喂，不好意思，有没有可能就是一家放一支就好？因为有的没有放到。然后另外一只拿到下面去放，好不好？
对不起，可以持续帮我们试一下音吗？
来，1 2 3 1 2 3，试音1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5，会挡到脸吗？前面看可以吗？他跟我一样高，对我有垫脚的话，他就跟我一样高。要再低一点，是不是？好，要再低。这样可以吗？可以。 共都可以吗？1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4、5。1、2、3、4。再低吗？但它声音有点小，可能会听不太到，听不清楚。好，这样大家可以吗？
所以我才想说要不要交换啊？好，跟两边要不要开个手？
太自己太不会讲话。
他也是跟蔡英文说的。
你只要开了，他就不会看到。真的。还好你看我现在把头发终于收回来，都丢了。
他过来了。
你们不是应该采访里面的吗？好，来。
我跟你请教一下，
你要不要先讲？
来，不好意思啊，那我们对不起啊，因为还在。今天我们的总统要先谈一下今天的活动。
没关系，我们就因为
好，我们直接开始今天的问答。
好，我跟请教一下，昨天美国批准了F-16B 的一个军售案给我们，不过现在这个高雄市长韩国瑜他昨天也发了中英文的声明，那有人解读说他觉得是所谓的收到有得到人反弹，那另外一个是说中国大陆那边也提出了一些反制，他们要美国自行负责，那你怎么看这个后续的一些经济效应？
我是不清楚这个我们韩市长是用什么样的身份发这样的声明了哈，但是我们历来在有军购案的时候啊，这个国民党都对我们冷嘲热讽哈。那这次 F-16V 的这个军购案呢，对我们的军事的防卫能量，尤其是空防的能量啊，是非常的重要啊。那当然了，我们也乐见就是说。至少国民党提名的候选人采取一个正面的态度啊，来看这件事情啊。那至于我们属于正当防卫的这种军事强化的这些种种的努力啊，本来就是一个国家应该要做的事情。
好。
我问一下说，昨天韩国瑜自己开了直播，为了跟他人一样高的公文，然后他认为说这样子批多少公文跟执政效率并没有画上等号。另外他们也看说，他自己也预告说，我们民进党这边可能会下回对他采取黑棋。
我也看到那张照片了啊，那么多的公文，我不知道是在他房间里还没有被批的累积的那么多的公文呢。还是从其他的地方借来照相用的公文了哈。那不过他的影片倒是有一件正面的讯息，他说要把市长好做好了哈。那既然要做好，他还有3年多来证明他有这个意思要把市长做好。
总统，这个F-162500亿的这个款项怎么拨款？它包含了像是这个66架来的话，这个空军可能要有1000多人组成一个连队，但是现在好像不给员额，要空军自己内部调整。
这个我们行政院会提出来，就是说我们这个 F-16B 采购的经费要如何的筹措那这个我想行政院在美国国会正式同意，那美国正式通知我们之后行政院就会提出来他们经费筹措的方案那另外一方面呢，就是说你的第二题是什么？
对，要1000多个人这样一个连队。
这个事情我相信我们国防部会做最好的人力的配置跟资源的调度了那但是我们需要更多的有志青人来加入我们的空军。
我想跟你问一下，就是美国批准这次的军售案，那韩国的声明当中，它分成中文版跟英文版，但是它的英文版当中有提到一段说，实力会带来和平，那要维持两岸台海的和平。可是，在中文版当中，这一段消失了，是不是担心会踩到中国的红线？
它的英文版不是我们常常说的话吗？那至于为什么中文版不见了，我想，可能要请那个韩市长自己回答。
我想请教一下，昨天柯市长在接受专访的时候，他说2020总统大选是无聊、肮脏又荒谬的。然后特别讲到荒谬这个事，他是说，如果他不选，那这样蓝绿两党的初选是不是要重来？
好，这个柯市长讲的话是不是好？我想不会有那种他讲的事情了。
在香港示威的部分 ，Twitter 还有脸书封锁了中国官方主导的数十万个账号，你怎么看？
我想这个假讯息透过假账号这个传播假信息这件事情，已经是大家所共同关切的事情。那很多的国家都受到这样子的侵扰那所以这个脸书跟社群网站都开始社群媒体都开始做一些工作来防止这些假讯息的传播。我觉得这是一件非常好的事情那我倒是要跟北京方面讲一句话了，说与其用假资讯来混淆这个香港人民的视听倒不如跟香港人民真正好好的诚意的坐下来沟通，寻求一个解决的方案。
同请教一下，因为那个民调的话，韩国瑜已经连5周下滑，那1对1对决你已经领先越来越多。但是如果郭跟柯合作的话，你们会呈现焦灼，你怎么看这份民调？
民调我有标准答案，你要不要抄一抄我以前讲的？这个民调都有不同时间做的，也有不同的这个思考跟背景那我们就做参考用。
总统，另外一个跟您请教一下，就是陈前总统昨天在脸书上有讲说，就是私烟案是不是应该由秘书长负责，这是对您最大的不屑。然后另外一个是说，好像他是说您所谓的赖配目前是获取了，那目前最新的情况？
副手的人选我在很多的情况下都讲过那我们会在适当的时机提出最强的组合那至于赖前院长那边，我们的沟通的情况是不错那也民进党的团结也不会有问题。那至于私烟案的责任归属我们已经讲过很多次了我们会彻查到底，那该负责任的就负责任。
在这边。
中国大陆通常在台湾大选之前会有一些军事跟外交大动作，可是证明通常都会有反效果。那台湾1月的大选要到，你觉得中国大陆会在选前会学到教训，自制一点吗？
这个还尚待观察了。不过自由行不是已经被停止了吗？那这个团客也好像隐隐约约有一些传说吧。
总统的口译哥赵宇翔，他是这个驻美的政治组长，但是被监察院纠正了，这件事情好像闹蛮久的。
是这件事情，外交部跟全序部都说明了，他们觉得这一项人事任用是没有问题的那我们也希望监察院能够秉于宪政的分际的原理来尊重行政部门的决定。
总统，那个美国确定接受给台湾，那中国外交部有发言说要让美国立刻取消，因为说造成一切的结果要美国承担。那我们
我想这是美国依照台湾关系法协助台湾有足够的自卫的能力那这个是按照美国的长久以来的这个适用的台湾关系法所做的决策那我们防卫自己的国家本来就是我们自己的权利了那我也希望中国能够尊重。
好，谢谢大家，我们今天的联访就到这里，
好，
谢谢。
谢谢。
我想问没关系，你们问我，给我。